Please take a moment to watch this. Makeup artist Samer Khouzami does an excellent job, especially on mature skin, and I want that on my face right now. The model, of course, is stunning. He starts with her eyebrows, for which I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Brow Pencil. And he keeps her brows really nice, natural looking, but also bushy. And my eyebrows are already really thick, so I'm only going to be filling in the sparse areas, both on top as well as bottom. I'm not going to be filling in too much because I don't want it to weigh down on my lids. I already have hooded eyes, so instead, I'm going to keep it looking as natural as possible. This brow pencil has that micro fine tip, and if you've followed me for a while, those kind of pencils are my favorite. It gives you the most natural hair-like strokes. Next, he goes in with a moisturizer, for which I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is actually an anti-aging cream that creates the most stunning canvas before you apply foundation over it. I never really apply moisturizers or primers with a brush, but because he's applying with the flat brush, I'm also using a flat brush here. I'm going to follow Samer's tutorial to the T. Next, he uses a concealer, for which I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 4N, which is a perfect match to my skin tone. He uses it on the lids before he starts the eye makeup. I pretty much always finish up my base makeup before I do my eye makeup, but again, today we're just following his tutorial. He's kept the eye makeup pretty neutral, so I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. He first starts with a brown eyeshadow. So this is what I'm going to be using. So he washes that brown eyeshadow in the very outer corner. This is a neutral, a little bit on the warmer side brown shade. And I'm going to keep on smoking that eyeshadow in the very outer corner. I'm using a blending brush to blend that out in the outer corner to get that really soft effect. And then he uses a lighter shade to highlight the inner corner, for which I'm also using a neutral, lighter ivory shade. He then goes in with a brown liner, for which I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 waterproof pencil in Tootsie. And just like he did, I'm going to be using it in my lash line all the way from the inner to the outer corner, keeping it very close to the lashes. And then he uses a flat, fluffy brush to smudge and smoke it out. This makes such a wonderful everyday look. Just look at that beautiful, soft, sultry, smoky eye, which you can wear within 5 minutes. Then he uses a black pencil, for which I'm going to be using the Aqua Resist pencil by Makeup Forever in black. And he uses it only in the very outer corner of the waterline. Next, he finishes up with some lashes, but he has also used mascara. So I'm going to first curl my lashes. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Kush mascara. This is by Milk Makeup. This mascara is both lifting as well as volumizing. I'm applying a generous coat to my top as well as bottom lashes before I use half lashes from Lily Lashes in Rule Breaker. These are again wonderful self-adhesive lashes for which you don't even need glue. He has used individual lashes. I don't have individual lashes, so I decided to use half lashes, and they're easier and they look exactly the same. He has also coated her lower lashes, which he didn't show in the video, but I'm going to do it after the base makeup. I'm going to wipe off all that fallout before I start to patch and spot correct my face using concealer. I'm again using Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, and I love this concealer so much. It gives you the most beautiful coverage. Even if you have dark circles like mine, you can use it without color correcting because it's pretty thick and it covers everything beautifully. Just look at that difference. If you're familiar with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation, you obviously know it's a legend. This concealer is also of great quality. It's full coverage, it's matte, it has incredible staying power, it's transfer resistant, it's also sweat resistant, and it's perfect especially if you live in humid areas. It creates a flawless smooth finish, making it perfect for long days or events when you need that makeup to last. If you're after a dependable high impact coverage concealer, then I would highly recommend the double wear. I'm just using a very little amount to go around my face to patch and spot correct using a tiny fluffy brush. And then I'm using a larger brush to blend out the edges so it doesn't look patchy, especially around the edges. Instead, it'll blend well into my skin. With the residue that's left on the brush, I'm going to just go over my forehead. It's not going to give you any coverage, but it'll even out the skin tone. One thing he doesn't show in the video is the nude pencil that he used in the waterline. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay pencil in Beige Flag in my waterline. Using a nude pencil in your waterline is the single most easiest way to brighten up your eyes. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be using mascara in my lower lashes as well. Again, I'm using the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara here. The blush that he used on the model was very delicate, very natural looking. So I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty blush in Happy because he had the lightest blush on the model's face and it looks so fresh and nice. This blush is very delicate. It adds the lightest touch of rosy hue to the cheeks in a way that it looks very natural and not overly done. Just look at the way it added that natural flush on the cheeks. On her lips, he uses only a brown pencil, for which I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine. He slightly overdraws at the borders and he very lightly fills in the lips, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. This makeup literally will take you less than 10 minutes and it looks so elevated and polished. It's you, but just a better version. I'm going to lock this makeup in using the Until Dawn setting spray by One Size so it lasts me an entire day. And here is the finished look. It looks so natural, not overly done. My skin looks like skin, but just a super healthy version of my skin. And this is something anybody can wear every day and just elevate your natural look. Thank you, Samer, for walking me through such a wonderful tutorial. It's truly a gift to showcase it to my friends and family here. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in comments. And if you did, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. If you want to check out any of the products that I used in today's tutorial, they're all listed in the description box below, along with links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there. There's a huge sale going on Sephora. So if you want to grab any of these products, I think this is the best time. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.